to walk this. Yeah. Japanese people are a little bit special. Let's say it like this, Aria.
Yeah? Hey!
Yeah, I don't know too, Aria. Yeah, but the same thing is with Xenoblade 2, so we don't have to talk about that. Pretty much, Japanese people are just yeah, special with the breast sizes.
Feel free to come and go as you please.
I think I can answer that one.
That's some details.
You must be the latest rescue.
Secretary Nagi.
Ah, Nagi, good boy.
Chipper as always, I see.
What can I say? Pep is my middle name.
I ran into
No, it's
Doug
Lee.
Barrett on the way here, and he didn't seem quite so upbeat. Anything about today's flight I should know?
No, nothing to worry about.
Good. Be sure it stays that way. More importantly, Elva,
That's true,
you found
with
another
Byleth.
one. Excellent work out there.
Just doing my job, Mr. Secretary.
Now, as for officially registering our new citizen here,
Why don't we talk inside? There's a lot of ground to cover. It could take some time.
ah yes, of course. Forgive me. You must be weary from the stasis and your journey back to us. Please, after you.
I'll put on some tea.
Allow me to formally introduce myself. My name is Kentaro Nagi. You may remember me as Captain of the White Whale, but now I serve as Secretary of Defense here for New LA. The provisional government has charged me with keeping the peace, so all military and police matters fall under my jurisdiction.
He's also my superior officer. And he'd be an excellent person to talk to when you're ready to start looking for work.
What about a job right here with Blade? He seems capable.
Let's give it a little more time. At least until he knows enough to be able to make an informed decision. He seems to be suffering from some form of memory loss.
Memory loss? From the stasis?
He could barely remember his name, and nothing at all about what happened to Earth or the White Whale.
I see. Though, come to think of it, the entire lot of us have only been on this planet for what, 2 months? It shouldn't take very long to get caught up.
My thoughts exactly.
Well then, where should we begin? Ah yes. All citizens of NLA are required to register their name, age, and occupation. We also ask you report any personal assets and take a short survey regarding your current state of health. All purely as a precaution. I'm sure you understand. As the caretakers of humanity's survival, we all have certain responsibilities.
And hey, it's not all bad. Registering gets you access to all kinds of public services.
Blade, is an acronym. Builders of a legacy after the destruction of Earth. Quite fitting, I think. It's a relatively new organization. Up there
That's
in
the reason
space,
why
we had
this
plenty of
game is
provisions,
able
and
to
a crew trained to handle
be
the
called
limited amount of
Xenoblade.
situations we might encounter
Because you're the
on
blade.
travels. But of course, all that changed after we lost most of our ship and came crashing down here on Mira. We needed food, water, search and rescue teams, surveyors, police. The list goes on and on. It was too much for the provisional government to manage on its own, so Blade was born. The idea was to have one central organization with different disciplines to fill these various roles. Its core was pulled from the Coalition military, so it's mostly former soldiers. But fighting isn't our most
Alright,
important
Save.
duty.
Danke, dass du
Right now,
dabei
the
warst.
single top
Auf,
priority
dass wir beim nächsten
supersedes
Mal
all
wieder
others.
Spaß mit dem Spiel haben
Search
können.
for and
Mach's gut, schönen Abend dir
recovery
noch.
of the Lifehold.
Take a look at this. The White Whale was designed to carry an exceedingly large number of passengers, all of them held in stasis. All housed in a structure called the Lifehold. This is a complete schematic of that facility. Only essential personnel were conscious and active for the journey from Earth. The flight crew, maintenance engineers. And of course, some military so we could defend ourselves if necessary. But the vast majority were in the Lifehold. Are in the Lifehold. With any luck, they're all still there, in stasis, waiting to be rescued. But there's a problem. We now know the Lifehold broke apart along with the rest of the ship when we came down on Mira.
What the heck, Arya?
Landed. Not very comforting, I know.
First of all, why? And second,
Blade's top
what
priority
piano?
now is locating the missing
Like,
units.
is your desk at the piano or what?
It started at the end, 2 years ago. The
Yeah,
end
notice,
of
Ori.
Earth. The casualty of a battle between two hyper-advanced alien civilizations. Their technology and weapons were beyond our comprehension. We were like infants, naked, powerless. The Earth was reduced to ash and blown away.
So if you're angry
Still
playing
wonder if I
Splatoon,
hadn't been there.
playing ranked,
Maybe
and
all of this
you're
was
hitting your
somewhat
desk, like a big sound coming out of the piano.
What we do know is without you, there'd have been no Project Exodus, and no escape.
Plushies are always very important.
Did it go perfectly? No. But we are here, and we are alive. We survived. So yes, Project Exodus. Once we learned the Earth might be threatened, we needed a plan to preserve all her various life forms. That plan was the Earth-Life Colonization Project, otherwise known as Project Exodus.
Those of us who escaped on the White Whale spent over 2 years wandering in space. 2 hard years. But we clung to our mission. Find a habitable planet and settle there.
Would be great, Arya.
We had no idea how long it would take. Or that the decision would eventually be made for us.
The Xenoforms found us again.
Wow, that's relatable.
Earth wasn't enough. They wanted humanity destroyed. For
Yeah, I
better
know
and
exactly
for
what you mean.
worse,
But I'm pretty
first
good at
Planet
it, not
Mira
gonna lie.
lost control of the White Whale. Inertia and gravity took it from there.
The ship had taken way too much damage to survive entering the atmosphere intact. We had no choice. We channeled all the power we had left to soft land the habitat.
At least you're not failing it as often as Corpse
Once the
did.
dust cleared, we set to work transforming it into its current state. Searching for survivors, establishing Blade, installing the provisional government. basically making it a sustainable city.
In any case, I'm sure this is all a lot to digest. You'll be wanting some time. Ms. Ku, even I'm tired of hearing myself speak. Why don't you take our guest out for some air? Perhaps a tour of the administrative district.
Yes, sir. Come on, we'll keep this briefing brief.
Yeah, get some money for just wandering around and discovering the city. Great. Yeah, I can imagine. I didn't hear that specific thing, but I know exactly what you mean. He has a very special voice. Mhm.
You know, it's not every day we're authorized to let a civilian tour the administrative district.
Yeah. Nagi must really, really want him to join Blade.
The AD is a bit different from the other districts. It's got
You
everything
kind of
a
want to
Blade
see
would
it.
need, all in one place, without any extra fluff.
Get a load of that scale. Even the way that they walk is so cool. Oh yeah, work it, baby.
She's 13. She's 13.
Now this guy gets it. Aren't they just the coolest? Just everything about them. The lasers, the
She's
force fields,
13.
the bipedal and vehicular transformations. You ever have that dream where you're inside one and it's just transforming over and over and over? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Actually, I don't normally show this to people, but I've been working on some Skell fanfiction. Hold on, I'll just pull it up here. One sec.
Lynn?
Oh, right. Sorry.
Oh, that's great.
Originally, scales were developed as a defensive measure to counter potential alien threats. It wasn't enough to save Earth, though. We were outnumbered and outgunned. Still, just look around you. New LA has gone from basically nothing to this in just 2 short months. We could never have come so far, so fast, without Skell technology. I'd love to get you into one to see for yourself, but it's not that simple.
Well, yeah, duh. For one thing, only Blades are allowed to pilot Skells. And even then, you need a license.
These aren't toys we're talking about. They're complex machines with powerful weapons. And they're a precious resource. We only have so many of them to go around. So yes, as you might imagine, the certification process is a fairly rigorous one.
Sure, Arya, sure.
I'm sure you're thinking, where do I sign up for the test? But it's not that simple. They choose you, not the other way around. You can't just walk in the front door and volunteer.
There is some
By the way,
criteria.
pretty cool that Lynn has
The
like
details are
Monado
largely
hair
hidden, but
clips.
basically, HQ
on the
only
right and the
allows
left.
cream of the crop to take the test. Blades who go above and beyond in their duties and for the people of New LA in general.
So what do you say? If you become a Blade and work hard, I'm sure it'll only be a matter of time before they tap you on the shoulder.
Speaking of work, that reminds me. Why don't we check out the Mission Control Board first? That's where we take on our assignments.
Good call. Let's head on over.
Nee, Glacy. Nee, es wird kein Deltarune-Stream, vergiss es.
Honey, we're home.
Yes, very amusing.
Who wants a fresh cup of tea?
Thank you, Ms. Gu, but I can't stay long. I just wanted to pass along a request from your commanding officer.
Commander Vandam? Does it have anything to do with our new arrival?
Correct. He stopped by while you were out on your tour. He said he'll come back, but that I shouldn't wait to ask you.
Here we go. I bet I can guess.
You probably can. He wants to fast-track our new friend here for blade duty with a training assignment. What in the hell are we waiting for? As he put it.
The commander does have a way with words.
Makes even my pitch sound smooth.
I explained about the memory issues, but he didn't see it as a problem. And to be honest, given our current need for blade recruits, I can't say I entirely disagree.
Hey, it's not me you need to convince. Blade service is voluntary, remember?
Of course, and I would never force or coerce anyone. Well, friend, what do you say? Can we count on you to do your part? Ms. Koo, how much do you know about life pods?
Life pods? You mean like from the white whale?
Yes, those life pods. Like the one Elma, a blade, rescued our friend here from. Emphasis on the word rescued. Because if you aren't released, you just sit there frozen in stasis. Forever.
So did you have an engineering question about life pods? Or is this all part of the guilt trip?
I'm sure I have no idea what you're talking about. Now, what'll it be, friend? Now, you wouldn't want to refuse the people who saved your life, would you, friend?
Okay.
I knew you'd make the right choice. Welcome to the organization. Elma, he can start on your team. You'll begin training immediately.
Yes, Mr. Secretary. With pleasure.
All right! Welcome to the Cool Kids Club!
Now then, let's discuss that training assignment. We've decided to start you out on a probe installation, just to get your feet wet.
I guess we should back up a bit. Here in New LA, we're using a specialized computer system called Frontier Nav to help us deploy a sensor grid across Mira. A network of data probes that allows us to monitor conditions and collect all kinds of information about the planet.
Expanding that grid and filling in the blind spots is one of Blade's highest priorities. Here, take a look at this. What you're seeing on screen is a terrain map that includes New LA and the surrounding landmass. As you can see, we've divided the area into a series of hexagonal blocks. We call these blocks segments. Together, they form our grid. We determined this was the most efficient pattern, given the limited range of our probes. Based on it, we know exactly where we need the probes to go. Now we just have to install them.
The sooner the better, as far as I'm concerned. The Frontier Nav probes can also detect the general locations of living things in the vicinity, which comes in handy if we need to track down a blade or another citizen.
Yes, quite handy indeed. So for this first exercise, you'll be heading here, to that white segment. Go there, install the data probe, and then come back home.
Got it. East of the city.
In that case, we can take the east gate out of the administrative district, right? We should be there in no time.
I'll leave the details on the data probe installation procedure to you, Elma.
Of course, Mr. Secretary. All right, you two, shall we?
Yeah! Training or not, let's go install the hell out of that probe!
The music. Such a great game. Even though the beginning is a bit, yeah, dry, let's say it like this. But if you don't know this game, it's actually not that
Man,
bad.
am I glad we pulled an assignment to the east of the city this time. It'd be a long walk all the way back over to the west gate.
Hold on. Are we even sure the East Gate will be open? Last I heard, it was still on lockdown from all the high-level indigent activity.
Lockdown?
It was, but they just
Corona?
lowered the threat level earlier today. The gates are officially open for business. One of our teams must have gone out there and kicked some furry indigent butt, huh? Seriously? That was you? Cool.
I don't think so. Those Grexes we took down were fairly routine. Definitely not something they'd lock both gates over, at least.
Then I take my cool back. But wait a sec. You guys fought Grexes? The two of you? Hey, that's still pretty cool. They've been hassling a lot of teams lately, especially how they hunt in packs and all.
Let's not get too excited.
Okay, they're not bad, Aria.
Overconfidence can be fatal, especially when you're new.
Yeah, you're right.
But enough talk. We've got our mission to deal with. Let's head out.
Roger. That probe isn't gonna install itself. Let's get to the East Gate, shall we?
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, go. Game. Yeah, I know. I know how this game works. Let's head to the Xenoblade Chronicles typical level 81 monkey on the beginning plane. Wait, where was he again? I think he's sleeping up there. But I'm not sure right now. Maybe he's just spawning later. Oh, you're right. Those who stand in our path. I think that's another song.
What?
You Will Know All Names is the song of Tyrants and Xenoblade Chronicles 1. And in this Xenoblade, it's uncontrollable.
You don't think that one Sinicula could have killed all these simius? Unless... what?
This is bad.
What's bad? I don't follow you.
That Sinicula. It's a tyrant.
Huh? But it looks just like any other Sinicula.
Think about it. Your typical simius is way higher up on the food chain than your typical Sinicula, right? Usually we'd find one simius standing over 3 or 4 Sinicula corpses. But here, the tables have been turned. And I don't see a single trace of any other indigents in the area. There's only one explanation. That Sinicula is a tyrant.
Let me check the Blade Report database. If there's a tyrant this close to the city, someone must have run across it. Bingo. There was a Sinicula tyrant sighted not too long ago, but it was a couple of segments further out.
It could have followed the blade that spotted it back towards New LA, or come here to feed, or who knows what.
Just like Cookie, he's always coming to feed.
There's a tyrant right on our doorstep, and HQ isn't doing a thing about it.
Well, don't forget why they sent us here in the first place. Frontier Nav's range is still limited.
Oh, right. They couldn't track it if there's no local probe. They must have lost it when it went off the grid. Whoa, whoa, even understand what that means?
We should probably explain. Tyrant is our term for any indigenous life form that falls outside of our usual threat ranking system. In other words, they're too powerful for us to even measure how dangerous they would be to take on.
And too powerful doesn't always just mean physically strong. If a creature has even a single especially nasty trait, it's classified as a tyrant.
Even some of Blade's very best teams have come back
Yeah, a lot
with
of nasty
serious injuries
traits.
after running into a tyrant in the field. If they come back at all.
Well, alright. I'm game if you are. Count me in, Elma. Let's do this. If we're gonna settle here on this planet, we're gonna have to get used to dealing with tyrants now and then. We can't just keep running forever.
Yeah, I liked it.
Besides,
It was a nice
I'd
anime.
forgive myself if someone else ended up getting hurt.
I mean, in
because we
general,
just
it's a
left
nice story of Persona 5.
Alright. Let's do it. But don't push it, okay? Either of you. If we can take it down, great, but if not, even just luring it away would be a moral victory. As long as we buy enough time to install the probe, we can use Frontier Nav to track it, or any other tyrant that comes this close to the city from now on. Just make sure you're ready before we attack. This will be tougher than anything else we've faced.
Yeah.
Watch out! This one's a bit leery.
There it is. Uncontrollable.
Frag grenade! Assault hammer!
Keep the rhythm going!
I feel sharper than ever.
Lightning! Lightning!
Chrome armor! Infuriate!
Side slash! That indented. Leave it to me to keep the rhythm going!
I feel sharper than ever. Frag grenade!
Engines destroyed. Move in and strike! Shadow strike!
They fell back. Now strike them again.
Side slash! Threat edge! Overhand!
That did the trick. Now close it down. Infuriate!
Lightning! Lightning!
Assault hammer!
Fire Carnival!
Threat edge! That did the trick. Now close it and clean up.
Now it's my turn! Side slash! Got it!
Ah, good song.
Are awesome!
Nice work, Lynn. You fought well. You did too. Now let's get down to business and install that data probe. If we stay here for long, there's no telling what other playmates might show up. This beam of light indicates a Frontier Nav site. It marks the ideal spot to bury the probe.
Okay, the probe should be ready for insertion. I'll just boot it up.
Thanks, Lynn. The top half of the cylinder contains the probe itself. The bottom half is a laser. It dissolves the soil so the probe can burrow to the proper depth. We tried just planting them on the surface at first, but we kept
war
running
nicht,
into problems with the local
Monster
wildlife
Hunter Rise
collecting the
dabei?
goods. Burying them is going to save us all a lot of time and headaches in the long run.
Yeah.
We all
Yeah,
set?
I hope
Yes, ma'am. Whenever you're ready.
Metroid is winning this.
Why don't you do the honors? You can launch it right from your comm device. Give it a try.
Aria, I think you're playing too much Fortnite. Yeah,
What?
Lynn, do it.
You want me to do it? Now, there's nothing to it, trust me. It's easy. And besides, this is supposed to be your training mission, remember?
Yeah, Metroid definitely has to win this. actually want to
reach the target depth.
stream longer, but on the other hand, I have a girlfriend back here, and we want to go
And installation
sleeping
complete.
for tomorrow. I know this
Now
sounds
online
pretty
with a solid
weird, but
connection to
I
Frontier
actually don't
Nav.
mean it like you think.
Excellent. See, at the end of the day, there's really not much to it. The hardest part was calculating the ideal probe locations. We need them
Psychonauts,
spread out evenly to
X2,
maximize
Metroid
data
Dread,
collection.
Deathloop. Yeah, Deathloop I heard
Planting
was
probes
also
is
pretty
easy,
good.
And the more we plant, the more likely we are to find missing crew. So anytime you see a probe site, there's no excuse not to plant that sucker.
That'll do it for your training. Let's head back to the barracks and report to Secretary Nagi.
Yeah. Keep it slow.
Even stronger.
Even man, that's just shock. Yeah, no, the bigger the enemy, the harder he is to fight. One of the main principles of Xenoblade
Wait till you
Chronicles.
see what I'm capable of.
You ready for any? They're off guard. Stagger them with melee attack.
This'll stagger them. Shoot now! Overwhelm them!
Targeted sight. Got him. Lay down some cover fire.
Chrome armor!
Fire mag.
Infuriate!
Side slash.
Got it to me.
Sledge edge! That did the trick. Now close in and clean up.
Upper hand.
Flame grenade!
Shadow strike.
That was a close one.
Man,
I got a workout from all that running.
I think that hurt. Man, I love this game. It's so great. Wait, what is this? Evasion plus. Alright,
I'm
that
coming
sounds
to
pretty
you.
good.
Let's see what you've got. They're off guard. Stagger them with a melee attack.
This'll stagger them.
Hit him again for me.
Ah, that was a great top hit.
Edge!
Got it.
Flame grenade!
Now, melee attack.
Chrome armor!
Side slash.
Infuriate!
Move in and keep the rhythm going.
This is bad! I need healing!
I should heal up first.
Sledge edge!
Get fired up.
Flame grenade!
Shadow strike.
Wild light. Wait, touch. Close in.
Chrome armor! Sledge edge!
Side cover. Move in and do some damage.
They
Off
staggered me.
balance.
This is bad! I need healing!
Let me catch myself.
Green edge.
Nice.
Turning into a fine blade. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, Aria, Chris is totally gonna rewatch it, and yep, you screwed. Just kidding. Yeah, hi Chris from my side as well. Hope you enjoyed so far. Hope you can see why this game is so loved by me and Andrew.
Got it. Melee attack.
Fire, fire,
Flame grenade! Chrome armor!
And see what we mean with.
Sledge edge! Recuperate!
It's like the battle theme is advanced version of the one from Xenoblade 1. And, I mean, just look at this world. I mean, you can see pretty much right now, but it's so massive.
Edge!
Shadow strike. Sliding ice. Move in and do some
Flame
damage.
grenade! Infuriate!
Now, melee attack.
I've been waiting to lash out! That did the trick! Now close in and clean up!
Let's keep it up.
I need to be even stronger.
So cool that there are some short lines in here.
Hey. Yes?
Oh, there's something interesting for me to listen.
Listen. Really?
Well,
Tyrant info. Okay.
well.
Hey.
Oh, come on. Xenoblade. Grants physical resistance up. Immediate reuse. Okay, I topple them and then use this. I make way more damage. I think I used this. Level this one up. This one. Yeah, take this. Elma. Doesn't have much. MP. Alright, Len, what do you got? Here's weapon damage versus toppled arm. Here's weapon damage versus fixed topple. Very good. Let's use this. Oh. Nice. The late barracks. Let's go.